Second rule, be careful what you ask for. This is a stinger, because guess what's going to happen? Let me tell you about a story. I was in Carlsbad and I was doing 30 readings that day, 33 readings. It was a slammer day. So anyway, what happened was this girl comes to me with her mother, her aunts, the grandmother just passed and everybody's crying. And then the girl comes to me and said, my husband and I wanted a baby so badly, we've been trying for 2-3 years, and I'm so desperate to have a child. And I said, good, you're going to have a baby in November. You're going to be pregnant in November. And she said, I'm so happy, they're running and they're happy. And I said, well, wait a minute, come back here. Sit down. I said, do you know, in July, just after you give birth? She said, yeah. I said, you're going to be pregnant again. And she said, oh my God, be careful what you ask for. They have a great sense of humor on the other side, and they'll use it. But in other words, now she wanted a child so much, she's got 2 children, one on top of the other. All right? And regarding the money, be careful what you ask for. And when you don't get it, and how I illustrate this, the parody I say is, say you've got dominoes, one after the other, and if you touch them, they all connect, right? Now, say you decide to have a tantrum with spirit, which is very dangerous. I want money now or else. Okay, fine. You want money? Let me get it to you. It's due to you in about 5 years, but let me go down there, get that little domino, put it in your lap, and see, excuse my language, you're going to screw yourself. Because what happens is, I always take the parody of the lottery winners who, even though they've won millions, they're bankrupt, they're homeless, they've lost all their money. Why? Because they have been given money in the wrong time they were actually given. They weren't taught how to work with it, they manage it, to know what to do with it. You appreciate it. Yeah. And that was one parody about money. Teach yourself. I'm always going to classes or teaching classes or doing something in trying to educate people. Money is just a resource, but you have to respect it like anything, everything. You understand? Because once it comes, it'll be just like water through your hands. You have to know what to do with it. And lovely government, no offense, but quite frankly, they love your money too. And they've got tentacles and they'll use it. You understand? So you have to really educate yourself. All right? Nobody's going to help you. You have to help yourself. You understand? And don't worry about things, by the way. Around about September, I see things changing for you. All right? I know it seems a long way, but last year went in a blink. All right? This year is going to be totally different. Okay, now, all right, so that's one rule. What do? Don't ask, you don't get. Be careful what you ask for in their timeline, not yours. And that's what I'm talking about, the money rule, is because it will be in you ask for money, you can keep on asking for it, but it's in their time. And when you look in hindsight, 2020 is great, because then you realize all the lessons that you've learned and why you didn't get the money then. All right, and I can see why I got the money, and not that I lost it, I walked away from it. How many times I've walked away from millions? And that's okay, because it wasn't important to me. There was something else that I knew what I was meant to do. You understand? And you can't develop yourself in certain lives. You understand what you're doing. So basically that's it. So those are the 3 caveats to it. Second rule, you don't need to do it, but I like you to do it and say thank you. Okay? You're asking for something, the nicest thing you can do is say thank you, right? You can ask for anything. I want a hummingbird sitting outside on my porch tomorrow. Don't be surprised, it will be. They do some really, I've seen some miracles. The last thing is to know that, the flame that like Buddhists, Catholics, and a few others light candles, and you wonder why, right? And the flame actually converts on the other side to energy. They use that energy to go and do what you wanted, and they also go and help people or little children that can't. Now, just to kind of give you a way of why this works, there's a friend of mine, and she is in charge of one of the top real estate companies here. And she called me, and she knew what I did. Her mother, unfortunately, died in a fire. She burnt alive, and it was really horrific. But she was such a beautiful lady. Anyway, she calls me this girl calls me, and she's on the highway, and she is, you know, when you're sobbing, I mean, not crying, sobbing. She's got a brand new baby in the back. And I said, what in heaven's name is wrong with you? And she said, well, this happened, and I don't know what to do. And she never loses her cool. She's never lost her cool once in about 8-10 years that I've known her. And I said, what in heaven's name happened? So she told me, and I can't tell you because it's confidential, but I know it was pretty bad. And I said, look, whatever you do, I want you to get off at the next high exit, go and get a pink candle. Mother loves pink. I said, go and get a candle now, and I don't want you to talk to me. Call me when you have got everything settled. She calls me back 10 minutes later, and I said, what are you doing? And she's happy and perky, and I said, what is wrong with you? And I thought she was going through God knows what. So I said, what's wrong? She said, it's okay. And I said, what do you mean it's okay? The problem was solved. And I said, hold on a minute, that was only 10 minutes ago you called me, and the problem solved. She said, yeah, this person called me and offered everything I wanted. The mother was that powerful on the other side. Everything. And you know what? That situation was so bizarre how it happened. Not the result, but the situation, the original one. No way could I think of an immediate situation. I thought it would be at least 3 to 4 months, but in 10 minutes it was sorted. That's only one example, I'll tell you. I can tell you a lot. All my clients, I've got 500 of them, and they all give me back with all kinds of things that happen. Miracles do work, but they're because we are, again, our mind, because of why I did that exercise, because it shows you that your mind is the one that is restricting you. We aren't just our logic, are we? We're far more. We're more than that. We are more spiritual, and that is what 2012. Now we're going to go into that subject.